Blessings, everyone. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I'm not going to stay on too long because God just released something over my ministry. I'm going to share with a lot of you all too, and I'm going to have you all to contact me once I share this information with you all. This is why it's important that we sow seeds every day, because you don't never know how close you are to breakthrough. You never know how close you are to owning a house, to getting the car that you want, for God to bring your spouse. You sacrificing whoever God has told you to cut off. You never know, just off you sacrificing, what door God is about to open once you cut that person off. So I wanted to come on and I wanted to share a video because God pointed this video out to me. This is the second time that I've seen this video, and it's just going around TikTok, and I want to bring clarity and insight over it because obviously we ain't smarter than fifth graders around here. So blessings, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Tap the screen, get Dr. D some love. I'm not going to stay long. Blessings, 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 everyone. Blessings, blessings. I wanted to bring insight and clarity on something. I also wanted to, for those of you who want to buy a house and you have bad credit and you can't get approved by a bank, I want you to contact me. When I say God just opened up the floodgate, just opened up the door for all of his children to get houses, and they don't even have to have good credit. It's going through investors who have bought a lot of properties, and they're just trying to help people get in these houses. So if you all are trying to buy a house and you know you don't have that credit, they don't look at credit at all. They just want to make sure that you are able to make the payment. When I say God is so good, he makes the foolish things, he uses the foolish things to confound the wise. Blessings, everyone. Blessings, blessings, blessings. If you know anybody who is paying rent and they've been talking about buying a house, but their credit score is not good, contact me. I'm going to put you on a call with us. My whole ministry is about to get on. They're not looking at credit. They don't care anything about that. They just want to make sure that you can make your payment. You're going to literally be owning your house within a couple of weeks, a couple of months, literally. Blessings, Rochelle. Blessings, blessings, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I'm about to share this live right here. I want to share this because this isn't the first time that I've seen this video, and I want to bring insight and clarity before everybody start passing it along because they don't understand what's being said. So I'm going to play a very small clip of it.
Shit couldn't get worse. This man admits that he's trying to erase our history.
We're going to take the Department of Education, close it. I'm going to close it. We'll have one person, could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what bothers
Central Cast.
Here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city, let's Los Angeles, San Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land. And that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money. Then we don't send them money. Then we don't send them money.
Like, hates our guts. Like, holy shit. So you're telling me you're going to get rid of the Department of Education?
I'm going to explain this because we don't have insight and clarity. So what Trump said was he was going to get rid of the Department of Education. Why? Let's think about the Department of Education. They get paid when your children come to school. If they don't come to school, they don't get paid. This is why they started truancy. So if you don't show up, because you're making them lose money for funding for school, then they're going to arrest your parents. This is why a lot of parents go to jail, because your kids is not showing up because the government can't give money to the schools that are housing your children when they do come to school. And if they don't show up, we can't get those Title I funds. So when we sit right here and say that Trump is saying he's going to erase our history, that's not what Trump said. Trump said, the man asked him, what do you do if the liberals in California or Los Angeles, whatever he said, what do you do if they say they're going to erase our history? He said, we're not going to give them funding. So they took what this man said, twisted it around, passed it along TikTok, and trying to make it seem like Trump said he's going to get rid of the Department of Education, which he needs to because they pimping your children. And when they don't show up, they're going to make you go to jail because your child won't come to school so they can get Title I funds. Make it make sense. So this is my second time seeing a video like this, and today God told me to speak on it because clearly we ain't smarter than fifth graders. If you listen to what a person say instead of getting in your feelings and emotions because you don't like the person, you will make good judgment calls and decisions. I get like this when when people get the line. I'm one of them people that I'm a truth seeker. I have to walk in truth. I don't care what I used to do. I used to lie my butt out. I don't care. That's because I had adapted to my surroundings. But I'm awake now. So I have a problem with people that just lie for no reason. I heard that Georgia, when y'all go vote, Did y'all know that when you vote for Trump and the printer and the paper come out, it says Kamala? Has anybody realized that it says Kamala when you vote for Trump? So somebody went and voted in Georgia, and I believe Georgia doing this because this is the state they tried to use to send him to jail. So when you vote for Trump, when the paper printed out, it said Kamala on it. So she went and tell the people, hey, I didn't vote for her. So they tell her to go redo her vote. She redo her vote. It came right back out Kamala. So they are literally cheating. When you all go to vote, make sure you are looking at your paper when it prints out. They cheating. I can't stand a liar and a cheater. And to know they around here paying these content creators. Somebody gonna block me in a minute. It's okay. God is good. For those of you who want to buy a house and you don't have the credit, contact me. I'm about to put my ministry on a call with a guy who's an investor. He's gonna get a lady on the phone who finances all the houses that they have, and they literally about to give you their houses, literally, and don't care about your credit. This is for the people, you know how they talk about you got to do it this way and do it that way, or they don't. Yeah. See, this for the people who chose and who God ready to bless. He'll open up a door. This called a ram in a bush. So I wanted to throw that out there before they, try to dismiss me off this page, because it's going to always be somebody who going to try to block me or report me for the truth. And I have no problem with that, because I understand we're around a bunch of people who ain't older, who ain't smarter than fifth graders. So I'm going to play it over because they using 2 black people to do it. They're using 2 black people to spread a lie, and the man clearly said it in the video. So to clearly hear the man say he's not going to fund the Department of Education if a state decided to destroy the history of our slaves, our forefathers. And when he say he's not going to fund it, this Negro right here gonna say he said he's not going to fund the education because of our background. Baby, he didn't say he want to destroy your history. He said for anybody who try to destroy it, he not gonna fund them. It's in your face, and that's how y'all be missing y'all blessing. It be right in y'all face. God will be telling you and showing you something, you will miss it. If you said you interested, send me a message, and I'm gonna send you a Zoom link to get on this Zoom with me and my ministry. I'm about to bless some people. So I wanted to share that. I'm going to play this one more time for the people in the back who don't like truth.
This man admits that he's trying to erase our history.
We're going to take the Department of Education, close it. I'm going to close it. We'll have one person, it could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what bothers
Central Casting.
here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city, let's Los Angeles, San Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land. And that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money. Then we don't send them money. Then we don't send them money.
Hates our guts. Like, holy shit. So you're telling me you're going to get rid of the Department of Education, and if any school teaches African American history, they get no funding? The teachers, they don't be getting paid.
That's not what he said. He clearly said that what if you have Los Angeles and just one of these liberal states who say we want to erase the history of all the people. We're creating new history now, and we're just going to erase the past history. He said, what would you do? He said, we're not going to fund them. We won't give them money. And this black guy, in his feelings and emotions, because he don't like Trump. Only a broke fool don't like Trump. If you make money, if you a go-getter, if you like having nice things, it's people like that relate to him, because we used to having stuff and we want stuff. We want to have more. Only somebody in poverty, only somebody that like a person to lie to them all day, because some of y'all will stay around people knowing they lying to y'all. Only people who like lies and will sit around somebody who lying gonna like Kamala. I have came up in my head that whoever like this lady is slow. She's slow. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. This is my opinion. Go in another room. But I'm starting to realize that everybody that like this lady, they slow like her. She like that drunk auntie that just play all day and she don't never know what she talking about, but she just be laughing. And when she do open her mouth, she just want to talk about what she thinks she knows so she could sound smart. So you fake smart. You really dumb, but you smart. Have you ever met a person that's so dumb, but they try to be smart? That's Kamala. I just had to share it. I had to share it. Now, did y'all hear what Trump said in this video? Did you hear the question that the man asked Trump? Did anybody hear that? Somebody said, that's you. That's okay. All is well. Why you coming in here to listen to a slow person that think they smart then? So you got to be slow. that you will come in here and listen to somebody that you think is slow that try to be smart. You got to be slow. You blocked now. Because if you thought you were going to say that and I was going to let you stay on here, you had to be even slower. Thank you, creative. I know it's some people that's awake. Everybody can't be asleep. Did anybody hear the question the man asked? See, I can't even listen to the rest of it because a lot of y'all don't understand that they found a way to push our children through school. And I can say this because in Memphis, they do a No Child Left Behind. And I kept trying to figure out why the hell is my kids passing and they making F's. I'm like, how they passing? And that's because they want you to be dumb. They want you to not be able to make billions of dollars. They want you to work McDonald's jobs and be broke and stay in poverty. They want you to be like this. So what they start doing is that when you don't show up, the schools are funded by the government. So you get Title I funds, but you have to stay in compliance. That's just like the food stamps. You got to stay in compliance. You got to let them know when you work, when you move, your new address. If somebody came and moved in your house, if somebody left your house, you stay in compliance to get food stamps. So as a school, you have to stay in compliance for the government to keep giving you Title I funds. I didn't read this. This the Holy Spirit telling me this. So when your child don't come in, when a lot of people not showing up, now they hitting that margin that, hold up, we about to be jeopardized about Title I funds. So how is it a way that we can make the people come to school so we can continue getting our Title I funds? See, this is what Kamala do, lock y'all black parents up when your children don't come to school. She was doing this in California because it's about the money. So I can't give you money for your schools because the children are not showing up. So let's make the people come to school. If they don't show up, we're going to lock their mamas up. Either way it go, they got a bond to get out of jail or they going to miss work. They ain't going to make no money. So literally, he was saying, let's get rid of the school system because the way that they are operating, they not teaching our children. They locking the parents up if they don't show up, even though they ain't teaching them nothing. And they just pushing them through to the next grade. So I think he needs to do that. You know what God told me? God said, instead of y'all trying to change these people's schools, why don't you create your own schools? So I started registering my own schools in Florida. I have 2 schools in Florida. I'm about to open one in Georgia. God said, stop trying to combine and join them and go create your own. But see, we too fearful. We don't see ourselves building stuff. We can't see ourselves owning businesses. And when we do own businesses, we want to be our own employee. Make it make sense. So I wanted to share some light on here because it's some, they spread lies every day. And you're going to have discernment to see between the lines. You're going to have to just know what it is. Y'all been in the school system before. Is it happy? Did it help you? You still can't spell. You still barely can read. Some of us can't even add. We had to sell drugs to learn how to add. Did it help us? So was he wrong saying get rid of the school system? All they doing is making money, paying the teachers and pushing the student to the next grade. People can't even fill out a resume. They don't even know how to apply for an application. All we know how to do is sign up on social media to get a platform. That's all we know how to do. We know how to come over here and post a picture. We know how to do a live video. We know how to drink and smoke and put guns on here. And we know how to go to the club. We know how to put a wig on. We know how to put some eyelashes on. But you can't fill out a application. You don't know how to do a resume. You got to call your sister, uncle, cousin, mama, or somebody to do it for you. Have they helped us? Make it make sense. So I'm gonna show it one more time, and I'm finna get off. If you all are trying to buy a house and don't have credit, reach out. Your credit is bad or you don't have credit. You don't need credit for this program. Contact me. I'm finna put you on a Zoom call so that you can hear the information that the guy is going to share with us. God is good. I'm gonna share this piece of mess one more time. This time I'm gonna let it play all the way through just to show you how ignorant and delusional black people are sometimes. And it's not just black people. It's some Caucasians. It's some Indians. It's some Spanish people. It's a bunch of people like these. But just look at all of what he's about to create off what he thought this man said, and he clearly heard him say it. How can you hear somebody say something and still miss what they said? And that's because you ain't got 2 ears. You got 1 ear.
If shit couldn't get worse, this man admits that he's trying to erase our history.
We're going to take the Department of Education, close it. I'm going to close it. We'll have one person, could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what
He'd be
bothers
central casting.
here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city, let's Los Angeles, San Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land. And that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money. Then we don't send them money. Then we don't send them money.
Hates our guts. Like, holy shit. So you're telling me you're gonna get rid of the Department of Education, and if any school teaches African American history, they get no funding? The teachers, they don't be getting paid shit. So you mean to tell me they're gonna get paid less than shit? Less funding means the books don't get updated. The structure of the building doesn't get updated. This man is willing to collapse the entire educational system, all because a school wants to teach African American history? But he's not racist though. I'm the one that's yapping, and I'm being biased and all this extra bullshit.
I just want to know, did he say that? That's all I want to say. Did the man say that? Did anybody hear? Did the man? Now, he just created all that information that he finna get rid of the African American here. He didn't say nothing like that. He said, what if these liberal states want to say, we're just going to get rid of all the history, we have new history, and what do you say about that? He said, oh, we're not going to fund them. How the hell he even bring up African American? Where did racism come in? Did anybody know that when Jennifer Hudson family got, when they killed her whole family, did anybody know that Trump housed her for 6 months in the Trump Tower for free? Now, if he racist, why would he come over here when she lost everybody in her family and say, come up in a Trump Tower and stay here for 6 months and you don't have to pay any bills? Just get your mind together. Like, do a racist do that? And I don't think he was running for office then. Now, isn't it kind of funny that he hung around with Oprah? He hung around with all the Democrats and was giving them money so they can be president. But soon he decided to switch over to Republican. It's just like me. I used to be a Democrat. Now I'm a Republican. Don't nobody like me when I speak truth. Long as I was lying and manipulating and walking in sin and Jezebel spirit and getting over on people selling drugs, trying to kill people with the drug. Long as I'm doing that, everybody like me. But because I came over here to truth, and I'm not saying truth is just with the Republican. We got good and bad with the Republican. We got good and bad with the Democrat. If they had actually they could have picked that lady that went up against Kamala and called her out. I would have voted for her. I'm with truth. I'm not with no red and no blue. I'm not with no race, creed, and color, no woman, no man. I'm with truth. And if you're not being truthful, I'm not rocking with you. I'm not rolling with you if you my mama. If you wrong, and I'm going to say something about it. You supposed to be an example. And I'm not following you, and I'm not sitting around you if you around here lying, manipulating, and getting over. I love you enough to cut ties and to dismiss you just like that. I didn't see the whole video because this is what God told me to speak on. So he didn't tell me to see no other video. Everything is intentional. So this is my second time watching this, and it wasn't that specific one I seen. Somebody else sent me the regular video, I guess, and it only showed a little piece of part of it. So I didn't say nothing that time. But this time, this came to me, and God said, go make a video. So I obey God. I don't need to see everything. This is what God wanted me to speak on, because clearly we can say one thing and we'll just override it like we didn't hear nothing. What I'm not going to do is let somebody create something to make me believe it. Now, if he can get that piece wrong, I only imagine what else they got wrong out of the whole video. So if I was to see the whole video, I probably could just I could just use my discernment for the whole thing and break it on down. Well, God hadn't let me saw the 12-minute video, Tamara. Maybe he wanted you to see it tomorrow, Tamara. I don't know which one it is, but I'm going to say both just to make sure I probably got it right. Everything is intentional. So if you saw the whole video, God wanted you to see the whole video. He hadn't allowed me to see that. So I don't know if it's on TikTok or if it's on YouTube, but I'm always on YouTube, and God let me see stuff intentionally. So if he hadn't allowed me to see it yet, it wasn't for me to see. See, he don't have to wake me up. A lot of y'all still sleep, so y'all need to see stuff because he really trying to wake y'all up very fast because you don't know what's about to happen. And a lot of y'all cannot afford to keep making excuses. You cannot afford to keep acting like you can't see and you can't hear. If you're not walking in truth, if you're not speaking up for truth, baby, I feel sorry for you. You know them people that just got wiped out by that hurricane? It's about to be something worse than that. Go read the Bible about the 7 years of the plagues. Go read it. Now, I'm not on Republican or Democrat side, Chandler. I'm on truth side. And until people start realizing that this election is not about Democrat or Republican, you blind. You're going to miss the whole voting. You're going to miss the whole election of why we need to vote. I ain't never voted before, but this year God told me to vote, and I obeyed God's instruction. So for y'all to come on here and think I'm saying, I just came on here and said that they could have got another lady to take her place, I would have voted for them, as long as they were speaking truth. So that right there is me saying it don't matter if you Democrat or Republican. If I can see truth, I'm going to ride with that. I don't care who it is. We all fall short. We all make mistakes. We all got flaws. Y'all be talking about people and just talking about their flaws as if ain't nothing wrong with you. So when you say he racist, what are you? When you say he lying, what do you do? So to sit on here and talk about everybody's flaws as if you don't have now, you need to come to me with something else so I won't vote for him. Don't tell me nobody flaws. Come tell me some stuff that I can't see, because all I hear is truth and I see Bible. So I'm voting for God's truth. And when I can start looking at a person and seeing Bible scriptures manifest, and this is where y'all fall short. Y'all make decisions and choices off your feelings and emotions. And if you separate them and start looking for the truth, if you start telling God to reveal and manifest scriptures, but because you're not used to scriptures manifesting in your life anyway, and some of y'all have scriptures manifesting every day, and y'all don't even know it because you don't know God. So God could be blessing you, and because you don't think it's a blessing, you'll just overlook it as, oh, it's just something that happened. And this is why God is saying you need to be in relationship with me this season. I need to show you more about me. I need to tell you more about me, because something is about to happen, and I need you to be able to look at truth. So right now, the election is based upon truth and lies. We voting off truth and lies. Not Democrat, not Republican. Why do I say that? Because God making Democrats turn to Republicans and making Republicans turn to Democrats. So that right there lets you know that God's shaking up the system, that it ain't about a Democratic Party or a Republican Party. When is anybody going to wake up and see that it's not about a party? It's about a truth and a lie. And until you start talking to me about truth and manifesting scriptures in people's lives, don't come talk to me about a Republican Party or a Democrat Party. The only reason I registered as a Republican because God told me to. And he opened up doors for me to go in there. If he had said, gone over there with the Dem, and what was funny, I was finna contact Val Demings. And I was going to ask Val Demings, can I shadow her? But instead, she started trying to get in Senate. She's a Democrat. I was finna ask her to shadow her. In the midst of me asking to shadow her, God said register as a Republican. See, I actually obey God, so I do what he tell me to do, not man. And it wasn't for me to go in and conform to the Republican way. They will have on red. I come in there in whatever God told me to wear that day. I didn't never dress in what they dressed up in. And that's because God didn't tell me to. If he told me to put a pink suit on, I put a pink one on. If he said put a black one on, I put a black one on. I didn't know nothing about no Republican. I didn't know they wore red. I would come in there looking totally different. And that's because God was sending me in to not conform, but to transform. And when you start looking for truth, baby, you will stop being ignorant. So wake up and smell truth coffee. Stop drinking Folgers. It's putting you to sleep. Come on, baby. Y'all know what's going on. Dr. D gonna tell the truth. Now let me get on off this live and go over here in this meeting, because everybody in my ministry about to buy a house. We about to be some homeowners, and ain't nobody credit good but God. I love y'all. See you soon. All is well. I just wanted to do what God told me to do. He told me to come share that video and speak up on it. This election ain't about Democrat and Republicans. It's not about girl, boy, black, Indian, or yellow. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. I don't care nothing about nobody is a narcissist. I don't care nothing about nobody. They don't like women or they don't like men. It's a whole lot of stuff I don't like. I don't like ignorant people. I don't like people who make excuses. I don't like fearful people. I don't like a whole lot of stuff, and you don't either. So to sit right here and say that man is racist, that lady is a liar. She a cheater. They over there taking the man votes and put her name on it. So for you to sit right here and say you don't like this man because of this, that, and the other, man, stop it. Tell me you don't like somebody because of truth. Because I'm trying to be a billionaire, and I need to know that the more money I'm finna make, ain't nobody finna be taking it. I don't pay that many taxes anyway. You a fool if you're giving them all your money. So I love you. Have an amazing day. God is good. See you soon. All is well. I love you. Bye.